21 years ago, Madonna released Confessions on a Dance Floor, primarily produced by herself and her then musical director, Stuart Price, aka Le Rhythm Digital, aka The Thin White Duke, aka Jacques Leconte. And on Confessions, Madonna and Price reached soaring trance-adjacent highs with what, in my opinion, are the pinnacle of that album, the singles Sorry, and definitely the best piece on that record, Get Together. And although not with Price, but with previous producer Mirwais, she nodded towards the 70s disco sounds of Giorgio Moroder on songs like Future Lovers, and then with Price on the ABBA sampling Hung Up, and the honestly quite annoying New York.
If you don't like my attitude, then you can F off.
Confessions on a Dance Floor, though a critical success for the pair, had its fair share of duds, but the aforementioned highs really helped to brainwash the public into thinking that it was a 10 out of 10 album. So what then of the sequel to this classic album? Released just a couple of weeks ago, Confessions 2, or Confessions II, this time entirely co-produced and co-written with Price back to front, is supposed to expand on 2005's Confessions on a Dance Floor. But how does it stand up against the original?
Ready?
Well, it's better than the first one. Confessions 2 is a way better record from start to finish. Having said that, I don't think that it ever reaches the highs of Sorry or Get Together. It is, however, way more consistent and way more uniformly interesting. Confessions 2 is most successful when it's delivering upon the promise that number one almost never actually delivered upon. Songs that are purely dance floor focused musically, actually giving space for the music to breathe, giving us sparse 16-bar breaks in which to properly enjoy the considered production. As well as lyrically. And whilst it may be a bit naff to had 8 odd songs purely about the indescribable spiritual and magical ritual of dancing to house music in a nightclub, rolling on E or otherwise, the tunes are absolute bangers, and I like that this record makes an earnest attempt to pay respects to clubbing culture and why that culture is so special, where the last record just didn't. Confessions 2 leans in and sticks the landing. Again, Madonna and Price pay homage to Giorgio Moroder and the disco roots of the otherwise modern dance music, house, breaks, acid, trance, and EDM that shapes the rest of the release. With nods to house classics,
Let me take you to a place I know you wanna go. It's a good life. Hey, 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 yeah. Bring your love, 'cause you cannot shake me.
and I'm always a sucker for anything that conjures up a little bit of Eurodance vibes.
It goes around the world just la 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 la. It's all around the world just lips. Yeah. Tell it to my face. And you cut me with your
I love the trancey rubber bass on Everything,
closed eyes. Everything is crystallized. You know what I want you.
and the chill-out room ethereal neo-breaks vibes of Fragile are a welcome respite from the otherwise thumping track listing.
I know you're fragile, 'cause you've been hurt, been let down. You couldn't be yourself.
And even when the lyrics aren't about how dancing in the club is good for the soul, and they are about something more rooted in the real physical realm, on Confessions 2 you can actually envision that real world story taking place either on a dance floor or with a dance floor as some kind of interstitial moment that propels the story. I believe that was the conceit of the original Confessions record, but it almost never landed for me.
Only love can be so bizarre.
And the insane thing about all of this is that I've never really liked Madonna's voice. It's droll, and the way she pronounces vowels grates on my ears, and her overall tone has always sounded kind of weak and lame to me, yet I love so much of her music. On Confessions 2, the now 67-year-old woman sounds better to me than almost any other record she has ever worked on. Is that because the treatment is incredibly heavy-handed and futuristic, being aided by just about every piece of modern vocal processing technology money can buy? Yes, but that's dance music, baby! Technology! Yeah!